Welcome to Master the Move, the podcast where we help ambitious professionals stop doubting and start leading. I'm Karen Gombault, and today we're diving into one of the most exciting, but also, let's be honest, probably one of the most challenging moments in your career. And that is starting a new role after getting a promotion or after taking on a new job in a new company that is also a step up. So I wanted to talk about the first 30 days because they are very crucial. Those first 30 days on a job set the tone for your leadership, your relationships, and your success in the role. But don't worry, you don't have to figure it out all on your own. I'm going to walk you through the 5 key moves to focus on during this critical time period. And I'm also going to talk about some common pitfalls to avoid. So, move number 1 that is very important is, in order to set the foundation, you need to understand expectations of the company and of your boss. So it is your role to clarify it. Why is this important? Because you cannot hit a target if you don't know what that target is. Schedule a one-on-one, not only with your manager, but also with the other key stakeholders very, very quickly, and ask questions like, what are the top priorities for this role in the next 90 days? What are the biggest challenges I need to address? And my favorite question is, what does success look like in this role in 6 months out or a year out? And asking these questions and understanding the expectation matters, because it's not just about getting your marching orders. It's about understanding how your role fits into the bigger picture of the company, into the strategy. And when you know the key objectives, then you can prioritize effectively and avoid wasting energy and wasting time on things that don't matter. So, just a couple common pitfalls to keep in mind and some things to avoid. Don't assume that you know what's expected. Yes, hopefully you would have a job description, but roles often evolve, especially during transitions. Maybe nobody was there for 6 months and somebody had stepped in temporarily, or it took you time to actually negotiate leaving your other job, and so now it's been maybe even longer. And nobody's been in the role. So things can happen during transitions. So just don't assume that everything you discussed with the company 6 months ago is still the same. A second pitfall is not clarifying priorities. If everything seems important, nothing is. So without clear priorities, you risk spreading yourself way too thin and under-delivering on what truly matters. So take time up front to clarify those expectations, and it shows initiative. It sets you up for alignment with your boss and the organization. And asking those questions also help you meet key stakeholders and just get a better understanding of priorities of the different people. So the second move that I strongly suggest is to listen and observe before taking any kind of major action. So when you step into a new role, it's very tempting to start making changes right away. But hold on, because your most important job in the first few weeks is to listen and observe and form your own opinion. Because everybody is going to come and tell you what to do and what should be done. But this is your time to shine. You were hired for a specific reason. So conduct many one-on-one meetings with your team, with your peers, with other departments, with key stakeholders, and understand what's working, what's not working, and what they need from you. I strongly suggest also to pay attention to team dynamics. So who collaborates well, who seems kind of blasé or disengaged, where the bottlenecks are. That will also, I find that this meeting people up front during that one-on-one phase, it helps you understand also the dynamics of who's going to be a cheerleader or an ally or who is really bitter about you being there. So just keep in mind that you're stepping into an existing ecosystem, and every team has its own unique culture and rhythms and even vocabulary. And just taking the time to understand the nuances helps you avoid stepping on toes or proposing changes that won't work. And so just some common pitfalls is jumping in with big changes too soon. It can alienate your team and create unnecessary resistance. Also, don't assume that silence means people agree with you. Just because no one is speaking up, it doesn't mean everything is fine. You really have to dig deeper. Remember, trust hasn't been formed yet. It takes time to develop trust. So just listening, observing, and being very, very neutral will help you build that trust and gather the information that you need to make decisions. The third move is to define your leadership style and presence. And this is really where you take control of how you want to show up in your new role. It's not just about doing the job, it's about how you do it. So reflect on the kind of leadership style you want to be. Are you approachable? Are you decisive? Are you available? Are you collaborative? And share your vision with the team. For example, you might say, I believe in open communication or data-driven decisions and fostering a culture of accountability. For me personally, one of my biggest leadership principles was that if you come to me with a problem, you already need to have thought through the solutions. So if you're coming to me with a problem, you're also coming to me with solutions. And be consistent in your actions so that your team knows what to expect from you. Remember, your team is looking to you for guidance, and that consistency is going to build trust. And when they know what you stand for and how you operate, they will feel so much more secure under your leadership. And again, there's some pitfalls to consider when you're starting a new job. The first one is being reactive instead of proactive. If you don't define your leadership style, others are going to define it for you. And it may not align with your values, or it may not align with how you like to work. So be very deliberate in how you want to work and what you expect of people, and communicate that and over-communicate that. Another pitfall is over-promising. So avoid setting expectations you can't meet. Remember, you are there up front just to listen and not listen to answer, but listen to understand. And I strongly believe that it's better to start small and deliver consistently rather than just overpromising. And so when you define your leadership style early, it helps you establish that credibility, and it will create a much stronger foundation for you to succeed. The fourth move, and this is something I think that you really need to think strategically about, is finding a quick win. Building momentum early is going to send a sign to you and also to your team that you are there for business. And usually a quick win, it can be small, it's something that's manageable, but it's something that you do to show your team and the company that you are here to make a difference. It could be addressing a very persistent pain point, like, I don't know, streamlining a clunky process. Or maybe somebody has been in a job and nobody wants to let them go for a very long time. And we all know that that is a problem. Okay, so having that person there who's not pulling their weight, how can you address that? Maybe deliver on a key task that your manager emphasized during your initial meeting. And very quickly recognize and celebrate also your team's achievements and how they helped with this quick win. If you are bringing the team along, you will be so much more successful than if you're going at it solo. Quick wins absolutely build confidence for you, for your team, for your management. And it shows that you're paying attention, you're taking action, and you are capable of driving results. So I would suggest, when it comes to pitfalls, not tackling a big major project too soon. Find a win that is very achievable short term. You don't need to solve everything all at once. You're not going to have all of the information. You're not going to know everything in the first 30 days. But finding a pain point to solve or get unstuck will really fuel the momentum, your image, and your confidence. Another pitfall during this time is forgetting to communicate your wins. Don't assume that people are going to notice what you're doing. Share your progress in team meetings, if you have a team meeting, or one-on-ones to reinforce your impact. But at senior positions, remember there is savoir faire savoir. It's letting other people know what you are doing. Okay, so just don't assume people see it, and just decide up front, just pick one or two things, because that early momentum will set a very positive tone and it will build trust. And finally, move number 5 in the first 30 days. Set boundaries for yourself and manage your energy. It's really, really important, because a lot of times we go into a new job and we are so excited and it's challenging and it's something we really wanted and we're all in. But very, very quickly, you can get burnt out. And when you're not setting boundaries, you are also just almost having an open door for everything to be dumped on your desk. So set realistic boundaries around your work hours, your availability, communicate that, block time on your calendar for focused work, for, your thinking time, very, very important, and learn to delegate. And it really matters because you have just taken on a very exciting job. And if you don't manage your energy, you can't manage your team effectively. Burnout isn't a badge of honor. It is a barrier to success. So prioritize your own well-being, and you will also set a powerful example for your team. Remember, leadership isn't about doing everything yourself. It's about enabling your team to succeed. So you don't need to say yes to everything. Practice saying no or redirecting requests to ensure that you're focusing on the most important tasks and the tasks that will have the biggest impact. And a key point I would love for you to think about is that protecting your energy, it isn't selfish. It is very strategic. It allows you to show up as the leader that your team needs, that the company needs. So please see it as putting on your oxygen mask before helping others. So there you have it, your 5 key moves for navigating the first 30 days of your promotion. So number 1, set the foundation for your success by understanding expectations. Number 2, listen and observe before making any changes. Number 3, define your leadership style and presence. 4, focus on quick wins to build early momentum. And number 5 is set boundaries to protect your energy. Remember that stepping into a new role, it isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. I know that you have high expectations for yourself. The company has high expectations for you also, but you are a human being. So navigating those first 30 days in those 5 moves that I just went through are going to help you build trust, stay focused, feel more confident in your leadership. So thank you for tuning in to Master the Move. If you found this episode helpful, subscribe for more actionable strategies to lead with confidence. I can't wait to see you back soon and wishing you a fantastic day.